I just can't accept that my genius mother, who aims for the medical school, is a high school dropout. It infuriates me. How dare you, a person of such low academic standing, pretend to be a mother? I absolutely hate you. Oh, here we go again. Samantha, you do realize that just aiming for something doesn't make you a genius, right? Anyone can aspire to be something even without being exceptionally talented. Plus, you're already over 20 and have repeated a year. What? Age has nothing to do with genius. And you know what? I learned from Dad that you're a high school dropout. The reason I'm not passing the exams is that your blood is holding me back. Samantha, I understand that you're feeling angry and want to take it out on someone, but don't you think that's a bit too much? It sounds completely unreasonable. But it's impossible for someone as brilliant as I am to fail the medical school entrance exam 3 times. How much longer are you going to keep dragging me down? I'm not trying to drag you down, you know. I genuinely think it depends on your efforts. Huh? Are you saying it's my fault for failing the medical school entrance exam? Well, yes, I suppose I am. After all, you're the one taking the exam and failing it. You could try to come up with other excuses, but the primary reason lies with you. What are you talking about? You're just shifting responsibility. How can you say something like that? Would it kill you to say something a little more supportive? Aren't you supposed to be my mother? But I think it's better to tell you the truth. It's more important than sugarcoating things. Samantha, as your mother, I truly want to be a support for you, even when you say terrible things to me every day. That's why I want to confront you directly without holding back. What do you mean you love me? It's unbelievable that my mother has such a low academic background. It's laughable how someone like you can lecture others. What do you want, Samantha? By belittling me like that, what do you hope to achieve? I want you to get out of my life. You're not needed in my life. Oh, you really do say sad things, don't you? And can't you please stop begging Dad for money? Huh? What are you talking about? Don't act all innocent. It's pointless. I know that you're borrowing a large sum of money from Dad, okay? He might stay silent about it, but I've seen him regularly prepare cash and leave the house, making sure it's not noticed by me doing the handover outside, right? Bart would say something like that? Don't you dare casually call my dad by his name. Well, he is my husband, so I can call him by his name. But is that story true, preparing cash and going out? I've seen him putting tens of thousands of yen in an envelope multiple times. It always happens when you're not at home. So you're the one receiving it outside, right? Just because Dad works for a prestigious company and earns a high salary doesn't mean he has money to waste on you. I have to talk to Bart about this. Just get out of here.
So what's this about? You said you had something to talk about? I'm working right now, so could you keep it short?
Well, it might just be me overthinking things, but I heard something from Samantha. She mentioned that you've been putting cash in an envelope and leaving the house regularly. Is there something going on?
Huh?
Samantha seems to think that I'm the one asking you for money. But is there something else going on?
What are you talking about? Look, I'm an adult, all right? There are times when I just need cash for certain things, that's all.
Maybe that's true, but you know how sharp Samantha is. She notices everything. It's hard to ignore her when she picks up on these things.
Well, that's not my problem, is it? She must be confused or something. I don't have any secrets.
Are you sure? This is really just a misunderstanding, right? There's nothing questionable about what you're doing?
Questionable? What's that supposed to mean? There are plenty of times when having cash on hand is just necessary. Like paying bills, for example.
But as far as I know, the household bills are set up to be automatically withdrawn from my account.
Right. Well, either way, I'm not doing anything wrong, I promise.
There's something else I should tell you. Yesterday, a woman came to our house. She asked for you by name. Is Bart here, she said?
What?
I told her you weren't home, and she just said she'd come back another time. She specifically asked me to tell you Bailey came by, and then she left.
You're serious? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I'm sorry, I meant to bring it up last night, but I forgot. Do you think this woman might be related to the cash withdrawals you're making?
Wait, what are you getting at? I don't know any woman like that. This has to be a case of mistaken identity.
But she specifically asked for Bart. She was very clear about it.
Then it must be someone from work, all right? Probably one of our employees, or maybe a former client or something like that.
Well, if that's the case, wouldn't she have used your last name? Instead, she called herself Bailey. And honestly, if she's work-related, why would she know our home address?
Damn it, this is ridiculous. I told you I don't know her. Now I really need to get back to work.
Hey, Samantha, can you explain what exactly is going on here? Oh, you must have gotten back to the house. Why is all of my stuff gone? What on earth happened? Well, the thing is, we decided it was time to kick you out. You must have been getting in the way of my studies, and honestly, a high school dropout like you isn't suitable to be my mom anyway. Kicking me out? What did Bart say about this? Of course, Dad was totally on board. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten this far. We've decided to sell all your stuff and use the money to help cover our living expenses. So that's why Bart's been leaving my messages on read and not replying? Things have gotten complicated, haven't they? No, it's really quite simple. You're getting kicked out of the house and that's it. All your stuff is gone from here anyway, so you might as well leave right away. Did you really hate me that much? Obviously, it's miserable having a loser like you as my mother. If you're gone, I'll definitely be able to get into med school right away. Plus, it'll be great to not have a freeloading parasite who barely earns anything but eats up all the money. This is really going too far. I have tried my best to understand you, to be patient, but I can't tolerate this any longer. Oh, is that so? But what exactly can a lowlife like you do? Just go live strong and independent after we've abandoned you. You're just a failure of a mother after all. Well, it's not like I was really your true mother anyway. Because your real mother is that other woman. What? That other woman? My real mother? What are you even talking about? Listen, Samantha, the truth is I'm not actually your biological mother. You're your father's child from a previous relationship. What? Really? Yes, I never thought I needed to tell you before, and I didn't feel it was necessary. But since we're breaking off our parent-child relationship, I might as well tell you now. You're kidding. This is actually amazing news, huh? Is that so? I figured you might say something like that. Well, obviously. I mean, it's been painful thinking I was actually related by blood to someone as lowly as you. Finding out we're unrelated? This is the best. So let's just never see each other again. Even though I figured you'd respond like this, hearing you say it still hurts. But then, who exactly is my real mom? She must be someone super smart, beautiful, and amazing, huh? Your real mother is a woman named Bailey. She's the one who's been blackmailing Bart and trying to take over our house. Wait, what? Why would my mom be doing something like that? Are you jealous or something? Give it a rest with these lies. Bailey has massive debts, so she came back to town, found Bart, and tried to extort money from him. She's been blackmailing him. Blackmail? With what kind of leverage? Your father's having an affair. And not just with anyone, it's with the only daughter of one of his company's major clients. What? Bailey happened to come across some evidence of the affair. Since she was in desperate need of money, she decided to use it to blackmail Bart. As you know, Bart works at a prestigious company. If this affair were to come to light, his career would be ruined in an instant. Dad, an affair? Well, given that his wife is a loser like you, I guess I can understand why he'd want to cheat. You have a really terrible personality, Samantha. You honestly need serious help. Wait, so what happens to us now? What is Bailey planning to do next? I have no idea, and besides, we're no longer family, are we? But I need to start looking for a new place to live, so I'll be going now. I'll miss you, but try to stay strong. Wait! Dad? Hey, I heard from Mom. She told me that my real mother is someone named Bailey. Is that true?
What? Jessica actually told you that? Did she tell you anything else?
Yeah. She also told me that Bailey has proof of your affair and that she's blackmailing you with it. Apparently she's been demanding money from you because of it?
Forget everything that woman told you. It's all lies, do you hear me? Everything is a total lie. You understand that, right?
But...
Samantha, are you really gonna believe anything a lowlife like Jessica says? Look at her. She's a high school dropout, barely getting by with a part-time job. She's nothing like me. We're not even in the same social league. Who are you gonna trust, her or me?
Then who exactly is Bailey? I've seen you leave the house with cash in an envelope before. And recently there have been women showing up at the door that I don't even recognize, ringing the doorbell.
There is no Bailey. You're my daughter, mine and Jessica's. Everything you've been told is completely fabricated. You mustn't believe any of it, got it?
All right, I understand.
What the hell did you do? How could you possibly tell Samantha everything? Did you even stop to think about how she might feel when she learns the truth? She could be devastated by this.
Oh, spare me the drama. Don't pretend you care about her feelings. You're only worried about yourself. That's the real issue here, isn't it?
Shut your mouth. Why do you even know about Bailey? I never told you anything about her.
I mentioned that a woman named Bailey came to our house. When she was here, I took the opportunity to ask her a few questions, and she revealed quite a lot to me. She told me about your affair.
Hold on a second. You're actually believing her? She could be lying to manipulate you.
From her perspective, I'm not her enemy, so she has no reason to lie to me. She even shared some details about how horrible you were when we got married.
What? You can't just take her word for it.
The reason for our divorce was your infidelity, Bart. You used your connections to intimidate Bailey and forced her to give you her child. You wanted to raise a perfect child to enhance your own status. I can only imagine how you manipulated her into doing what you wanted.
And what proof do you have that any of this is true?
Are you really that clueless? She has all the evidence she needs. If she wanted to, she could ruin you whenever she wanted.
What?
Right now, she's just playing with you. She's probably thinking that after she squeezes every last penny out of you, she'll drop all the evidence.
You have to know her. Please, just talk to her. I'm genuinely sorry for everything I've done. I'll apologize as much as she wants. Just get her to stop this.
You have some nerve asking me for help after you kicked me out of the house.
Kicked you out? What are you talking about?
You really don't know? My things are gone from the house. Samantha told me Dad and I decided to kick you out. I'm done with this. I'm moving back to my parents' place.
What? Did she actually do that? I was just joking about it. I never meant to kick you out.
It doesn't matter. The fact is, I've been thrown out regardless of what you intended. I'm exhausted with this entire situation.
Please, just convince Bailey to stop. I'll pay her whatever she wants. I can't deal with this threat anymore.
You're going to have to handle that yourself. You created this mess.
But you have to understand, I was only trying to manage things. I never wanted it to come to this.
Well, it has come to this. You think it's all about you, but Samantha's caught up in the middle. You're so wrapped up in your own issues that you don't even see how it affects her.
I know. I didn't want her to get hurt, but this is all out of control.
Exactly, and you brought this on yourself. Maybe if you had thought about the consequences of your actions, we wouldn't be in this position.
I was stupid. I see that now. I never thought it would go this far.
Well, it did, and now we're both suffering because of your choices. I have to think about Samantha now. She's the one who needs to be protected from all of this chaos.
You think I don't care about her? I do. I just didn't want it to end up like this.
But it has. You need to own up to your mistakes. It's time to face the truth, Bart. Running away from it won't help anyone.
So what do you want me to do? Just sit here and wait for Bailey to destroy everything?
No, you need to confront this head on. Talk to Bailey, but be honest this time. Stop pretending everything is fine when it's not.
And if she won't listen? What if she doesn't care about my apologies?
Then you'll have to deal with the consequences of your actions. You made this mess, it's up to you to clean it up.
I just want to protect Samantha. She doesn't deserve any of this.
Exactly, so start acting like it. Be a father for once and stop thinking only of yourself.
You're right. I'll do whatever it takes to make this right.
I hope you mean that because we're all counting on you to step up.
I will. I promise. I'll talk to Bailey and make this right no matter what it takes. Samantha, why did you do something unnecessary? Who do you think you're living off of?
What? What do you mean, who do you think you're living off of? What's going on here? Dad? What's wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong? How could you kick Jessica out? You have no idea how complicated things have become because of your actions.
But Dad, you agreed with me, didn't you? I thought you'd be happy that I took that step.
What are you even talking about? How old are you? Are you really that stupid, still acting like a child even after turning 20? I've been pouring money into your medical school trying to support your future as a doctor. I wish I'd never bothered to fight for custody if this is how it's going to turn out.
Dad, is this really you?
If you hadn't kicked Jessica out, there might still have been some hope left. But now it's over. There's no one who can stop Bailey from doing what she wants. Your future is finished too. I'm done supporting you financially.
Wait, please, I get it. I'll bring Bailey back. Just don't abandon me, Dad, please.
I don't care. I'm already on the brink of destruction myself. As for you, I lost all hope the moment you failed your exams twice. You're an adult now. You can fend for yourself. Do your best to survive.
Please wait, Dad, I'm begging you. Hey, I'm really sorry. Oh, it's rare for you to apologize. What's brought this on? I've been abandoned by Dad. Everything Mom said was true. He only thinks about himself. Oh my, calling me Mom now? Well, that's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? But it does make me happy to hear you say that. Right? I've misunderstood you until now, but from now on I'll do my best to be a good daughter, Mom. Well, even with that, it doesn't mean we get a happy ending here. What do you mean? Don't you think that just because you and I made up, everything is okay? What you did isn't something that can be fixed with just an apology. I understand that. That's why I want to keep apologizing until you forgive me. What are you saying? Apologies won't change anything. No matter how many times you apologize, it'll be useless. 0 times anything is still 0, you know. You want to go to medical school, yet you don't even understand basic math? No, then what should I do? It's simple. You'll have to compensate me for the things you carelessly threw away. Okay, that sounds fair. Yes, I'll pay. I promise I will. Just remember, there were many important items in what you threw away that I used for work. If you plan to compensate me for everything, it's going to add up to quite a bit of money. Are you really okay with that? That's... But I'll manage. I really will. I am genuinely remorseful. Oh, is that so? Well, then I'll also need to get compensated for emotional distress. After all, I've been insulted by you repeatedly. Emotional distress? How much is that going to be? Well, I'll have to talk to my lawyer about it. A lawyer? Isn't that a bit too extreme? Of course not. I've been deeply hurt by this whole situation. Plus, you'll need to have a considerable amount of money for yourself, won't you? You'll need to find a new place to live, after all. Wait, no, but I already have a home. Bart is going to face ruin soon. He'll be drowning in debt. What do you mean? Once that happens, that house will be taken by the bank in no time. So, does that mean I'll be living with you? I have no interest in living with strangers. Strangers? But that's... Please, wait a moment. Give it up. You'll pay me compensation and then we'll part ways. That's so cruel. I mean, you may not be my biological mother, but you're still a mother figure to me. Oh, really? Well, let me tell you one last important thing as your mother. You've blamed your failures in medical school on my genes, but since we're not blood related, that's incorrect. It's simply a matter of your own lack of effort. You need to remember that. But I really tried. Did you? Because if you did, you would have succeeded. Excuses won't get you anywhere. I know. But please, can't we just start fresh? I want to make things right. Starting fresh is fine, but it doesn't erase the past. You have to understand that. I do. I really do. I just want a chance to prove it to you. Proving it will take time, and it's not just going to happen overnight. I'm willing to put in the effort. I just need your support. Support comes with accountability. You need to take responsibility for your actions first. Okay, I understand. I'll take responsibility. Just please don't give up on me. It's not about giving up on you. It's about making sure you learn and grow from this. Life doesn't come easy, Samantha. I get it. I'll work hard to make things right. I promise. Good. Just remember, it's not just about saying you're sorry. It's about showing it through your actions. I will. I'll show you that I can be better, that I can make you proud. Then let's see if you can follow through on those words. Actions speak louder than words, after all. I made the difficult decision to block Samantha's phone number and sever all communication with her. This choice came after much deliberation and reflection on the state of our relationship, which had become increasingly complicated and strained over time. Initially, our connection had been filled with warmth and laughter, moments where we could lose ourselves in each other's company, sharing dreams and aspirations. However, as the months wore on, those happy moments became overshadowed by misunderstandings, disagreements, and an ever-growing sense of dissatisfaction that hung over us like a dark cloud. I found myself constantly questioning the dynamics between us, wondering where it had all gone wrong and what had led us to this point of no return. The act of blocking her number was not just a simple gesture, it felt like a declaration of independence. It was a way to reclaim my life and my mental well-being after months of emotional turmoil and uncertainty. I had poured so much of myself into the relationship, and it had started to feel like I was losing my identity, my sense of self. I knew deep down that Samantha needed to learn how to be self-sufficient and independent. I had supported her through various challenges, but it became evident that my constant presence had allowed her to rely on me too heavily, stunting her growth as an individual. As I made this decision, I felt a tumultuous mix of relief and sorrow. The relief came from finally taking a stand for myself, while the sorrow stemmed from the painful acknowledgement that it had to come to this. I had loved Samantha deeply, and it was painful to acknowledge that despite our best efforts, we had drifted apart. In the back of my mind, I hoped that this separation would lead her to reflect on her life choices, enabling her to learn the importance of self-reliance and responsibility. I wanted her to find her own strength and resilience in the face of adversity, understanding that true independence often arises from overcoming challenges. Navigating through the emotional landscape of our breakup was not an easy journey. I sought comfort in my close friends and family, those steadfast allies who had been my support system throughout our relationship. They had seen the ebbs and flows of my emotional state, often sensing the underlying tension that had been building between Samantha and me. Over cups of coffee and long discussions, they encouraged me to focus on my own needs and happiness, emphasizing that it was time for me to prioritize myself. Their unwavering support reminded me that I was not alone in this journey, that I was surrounded by people who cared deeply for my well-being. During this time, I decided to take a step back from romantic pursuits, giving myself the space I needed to heal. I wanted to focus on rediscovering who I was outside of a relationship, to reconnect with my passions and interests that had taken a back seat during my time with Samantha. I felt a yearning to reclaim my individuality, to embrace the aspects of myself that had been overshadowed by our dynamic. This process of self-discovery became crucial as I navigated the uncharted waters of life post-breakup. As I worked through the legal aspects of our situation, I sought out alimony and damages that I felt were justified given the sacrifices I had made during our time together. The process of navigating the legal system was daunting, filled with long meetings, documentation, and negotiations. Each session served as a reminder of the commitment I had made to myself to reclaim my life and assert my needs. It was not just about the financial compensation, it was about recognizing the emotional toll our relationship had taken on me and ensuring that my voice was heard in the aftermath. While I was dealing with my own emotional upheaval, I learned that Samantha was struggling in her own right. Reports indicated that she had accrued a significant amount of debt, forcing her to abandon her dreams of attending medical school. It was disheartening to hear about her predicament. Even though I had chosen to cut ties, a part of me still cared for her well-being. I understood how crushing financial burdens could be, and I couldn't help but feel a pang of sympathy for her situation. Samantha's struggles served as a stark reminder of how life can take unexpected turns. It was a lesson in the fragility of dreams and the importance of resilience. I hoped that this challenging period would serve as a catalyst for her growth, pushing her to confront her circumstances with determination and strength. It was my sincere wish that she would find the ability to rise above her difficulties, learning to navigate life's challenges independently. I wanted her to discover her own potential, to harness her abilities and strive toward her goals, even if it meant taking a detour from her original plans. The weight of our shared history lingered heavily in my mind, like an anchor pulling me back into the depths of emotions I was trying to rise above. I often found myself reminiscing about the good times we had shared, the laughter, the inside jokes, the dreams we once had. It was hard to let go of those memories, as they were intertwined with my own growth and experiences. However, I understood that clinging to them would only prolong my pain. As I reflected on our relationship, I came to the realization that we had both changed, evolving into different people with different aspirations and desires. Accepting this reality was a necessary step in my healing process, a step that would allow me to move forward with a clearer perspective. Meanwhile, the fallout from Bart's actions continued to unfold, drawing my attention further into the web of emotional complexity surrounding our circle of friends. It had come to my attention that he had faced severe consequences after Bailey exposed his infidelity. Not only did he lose his job, but he also found himself ostracized from the industry he had once thrived in. This was a significant turn of events, and it forced me to reflect on the complexities of relationships and the unpredictable nature of life. Bart had always presented himself as confident and successful, but the truth had a way of unraveling facades, revealing the vulnerabilities that often lie beneath the surface. Hearing about Bart's downfall stirred mixed feelings within me. On one hand, I felt a sense of justice. On the other, I grappled with the moral implications of reveling in another person's misfortune. His betrayal had caused pain to many, including me, and yet I also recognized that everyone's capable of making mistakes. I found myself in a moral quandary. Was it right to feel satisfaction in his suffering, or should I extend empathy towards someone who had caused so much hurt? As I navigated my emotions, I reminded myself that it was important to remain grounded in my values. I sought to find a balance between acknowledging the pain he had caused while also recognizing the complexities of human nature. I wanted to remain open to the lessons life had to offer, allowing each challenge to shape me into a stronger, more compassionate individual. I understood that empathy was not only a gift I could give to others, but also a gift I could give myself in order to foster my own growth and healing. Reports indicated that Bart had become homeless, and this news shocked me to my core. It felt like a grim culmination of his choices, a harsh reminder that every action has consequences. As I processed this information, I couldn't help but feel conflicted. While I didn't wish ill on him, the reality of his situation evoked a complicated blend of pity and vindication. It was hard to reconcile the idea that someone who had wronged so many was now facing such dire circumstances. I wanted to approach his situation with compassion, but the weight of the betrayal made that a challenging task. Bailey, on the other hand, seemed to find solace in her successful revenge against Bart. She had every right to seek closure after the pain he had inflicted on her, but I could only imagine how empowering it must have felt to watch him face the consequences of his actions. Yet I couldn't shake the feeling that revenge, while temporarily gratifying, often comes with its own set of burdens. I wondered if Bailey would ultimately find peace in her choices, or if the satisfaction would fade over time, leaving her grappling with the emotional aftermath of her decisions. I wanted to reach out to her to see how she was coping with everything, but I also understood that she needed her space. As I contemplated these matters, I realized that navigating relationships often required a delicate balance of empathy, self-protection, and growth. Each person's journey is unique, and while we may not always understand the choices others make, we can learn from our own experiences. I wanted to remain open to the lessons life had to offer, allowing each challenge to shape me into a stronger, more compassionate individual. It became clear to me that my journey toward healing and self-discovery was intertwined with the experiences of those around me, creating a complex tapestry of growth and understanding. During this tumultuous period, I found myself rediscovering the beauty of solitude. There was something empowering about spending time alone, allowing myself the space to reflect on my emotions and thoughts. I began to appreciate the quiet moments, the stillness that came with solitude. I turned off my phone and stepped away from social media, seeking refuge in the simplicity of being present in my own life. I prioritized self-care, engaging in activities that brought me joy and fulfillment. In the midst of this newfound solitude, I discovered the joy of journaling. Writing became a therapeutic outlet for me, allowing me to process my emotions and reflect on my experiences. I poured my heart onto the pages, documenting my thoughts, fears, hopes, and dreams. Each entry was a step toward understanding myself better, a way to untangle the knots of confusion that had formed during my relationship with Samantha. I found comfort in the act of putting pen to paper, as it offered me a sense of clarity and purpose. Through journaling, I began to explore my aspirations, reevaluating what truly mattered to me. I set goals for myself, small, manageable ones that felt attainable yet fulfilling. I started to cultivate a vision for my future, one that was rooted in authenticity and self-discovery. I recognized that the journey ahead would not be without its challenges, but I felt a renewed sense of determination to embrace the possibilities that lay before me. As I ventured further into this journey of self-exploration, I made a conscious effort to step outside of my comfort zone. I sought new experiences, immersed myself in activities that ignited my passion and creativity. I joined local clubs, enrolled in classes, and even volunteered for community projects. Each new endeavor presented an opportunity for connection and growth, a chance to engage with others who shared my interests and values. I found joy in these interactions, creating new friendships that provided a support system as I navigated this transformative period in my life. Amidst all these changes, I was continuously reminded of the importance of living authentically. I wanted to be true to myself, to honor my values and beliefs as I forged ahead. I realized that authenticity is not just about being true to oneself. It also involves embracing vulnerability and allowing oneself to be seen by others. I began to shed the fear of judgment and opened myself up to the possibility of genuine connections with those around me. I sought relationships that felt nurturing and supportive, ones that encouraged mutual growth and understanding. As I reflected on my past, I recognized that every moment of joy, pain, and heartbreak had shaped me into the person I was becoming. I had learned that growth often emerges from the ashes of difficult experiences, and it was crucial to embrace both the light and the shadows of my journey. Each lesson that I learned added depth to my understanding of love, relationships, and self-worth. The relationship with Samantha had taught me valuable lessons about boundaries and self-care. It had shown me the importance of recognizing when to let go, even when it feels painful. I learned that it's okay to prioritize oneself and to walk away from situations that no longer serve one's growth. While the end of our relationship was undoubtedly challenging, it also marked the beginning of a new chapter in my life, one filled with potential and opportunity. In this pursuit of self-fulfillment, I was determined to cultivate a life filled with passion, creativity, and meaningful connections. I wanted to forge a path that aligned with my true self, one that resonated with my values and desires. I held on to the belief that every experience, good or bad, contributes to my growth, shaping me into a more resilient and compassionate individual. As I embarked on this new chapter, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. I was excited to see how my journey unfolded, eager to embrace the challenges and joys that lay ahead. I recognized that life is a continuous cycle of growth and transformation, and I was ready to navigate it with an open heart and adventurous spirit. The world was vast and filled with possibilities, and I intended to seize every opportunity that came my way. I envisioned a future where I could continue evolving, becoming the best version of myself, one step at a time. I wanted to celebrate my victories, both big and small, and honor the journey that had led me to this point. I sought to embrace the complexities of life, welcoming both the joys and challenges that would undoubtedly arise along the way. As the months passed, I remained committed to my personal growth. I surrounded myself with individuals who uplifted and inspired me, fostering relationships that were rooted in respect and mutual support. Together we navigated the intricacies of life, sharing our dreams and aspirations as we encouraged one another to chase after them. I began to explore new avenues of creativity, embracing the artistic expressions that had always resided within me. Whether it was painting, writing, or photography, I found joy in capturing the beauty of life and channeling my emotions into creative endeavors. This newfound passion became an essential part of my identity, allowing me to connect with myself on a deeper level. In this session of self-discovery, I also took time to nurture my physical health. I started exercising regularly, engaging in activities that invigorated my body and mind. Whether it was hiking, dancing, or practicing yoga, each movement became a celebration of life and vitality. I felt in tune with myself, embracing the energy and strength that resided within me.
Today is my birthday. Didn't I tell you to come home tonight because I needed to talk to you? I also reserved dinner, so hurry up.
Please cancel dinner, because I don't want to go with an old hag like you, Gabby.
Okay, fine.
I'll go home, though, because I need to give you something.
What are you going to give me? A present? If it is, I don't want it.
It's a surprise, and I'll think you'll love it. Can't wait.
I don't want a surprise either, actually. All I want is for you to come home. Didn't I tell you what time to come home?
Yeah, and?
Do you really not want to see me?
So, you turned 45 today, huh? Wow, you are old now.
Excuse me, you're getting old also.
I'm still in my 30s.
Well, you're turning 40 next month, so there isn't that much of a difference.
There is a big difference.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion.
I want to ask younger me why I married someone 5 years older than me.
Age shouldn't matter, you know.
I would have chosen someone younger than me right now.
Well, even though you say that, you can't redo your life, so stop wasting your time complaining. Anyways, where are you now?
Why would I tell you?
Please come home. You finished work, right?
Oh my god, okay.
I'll be waiting for you. Are you serious, Miles?
Yes, get the fuck out.
So your surprise present is divorce papers?
Yeah, it's a surprise, right?
I can't believe you decided to give it to me on my birthday.
So, how does it feel to get divorce papers thrown at you and getting told that your husband is gonna remarry a 20-year-old? Now you understand that I don't need you in my life. I'm done with you. I don't need you anymore. I'm the owner of this house, so leave this house.
Well, to be honest, this is the best birthday present.
You don't need to act so tough. You just got dumped and you're gonna get kicked out, so your life may as well be hell from now on. I don't think anyone will want you because you're old and got divorced once. I feel so bad for you.
I'm not acting tough, okay? Anyways, good to hear that you're getting remarried to a 20-year-old. When is the big day?
It doesn't matter to you. Please get out of my sight.
You're acting bossy and trying to kick me out and stuff, but do you not know your place?
Yes, I do. Sorry, but I'm gonna be living happily with a young woman. What more can I ask for? Well, when are you leaving, okay? Do you fill out the divorce papers?
Yeah, I'll drop it off at the clerk's office later. Is that okay? We'll be strangers and you'll remain as the owner of the house. Is that okay?
Stop blabbing about things I don't care about. I don't need you anymore, okay? Do you not understand what I'm saying? You are 45. You're old.
You're turning 45 in 5 years, though.
It's fine because I'm a man.
I don't know what you mean, but I don't care anymore. It's a waste of time talking to you. I'm actually finished filling out the divorce papers, so I'll drop it off and leave the house.
Please do, because she is coming over soon. Wow, I am so excited to be thinking that I can start living with her.
Good for you. I hope it turns out to be like you wanted it to be.
It's gonna be a million times better than living with you.
Living with me? We didn't even see each other in the house.
Yeah, because I didn't want to see your ugly-ass face and never saw you as a woman, so I'm happy to get a divorce.
I'm actually happy to get divorced too.
Why are you happy?
Because you were cursing at me all the time?
Of course, you weren't listening to me, that's why.
Yeah. Anyways, let me ask you one more time. Are you sure you know your place now? If you don't, you must be an idiot.
Are you making fun of me? I don't deserve to be mocked by someone like you. I'm gonna live like a celebrity with her, so I'm done with you. If you understand me, then leave immediately. Sorry, it's your birthday, but I want to start living with her from today.
Sure, I'll be going.
Finally.
Are you forgetting that you live in the house that I bought for $1 billion?
I'm the owner of the house, plus I've been paying for the mortgage, so I should have no problem.
Were you seriously thinking that this whole time we were living together?
Yes?
You're joking, right?
Of course not.
You only paid the mortgage the first year. I've been paying it since then, you know.
What?
There's still $500 million of mortgage left. Why don't you talk to her first about this before bringing her here? Your monthly salary is about $1,000, right? How are you gonna pay for that?
What are you talking about? I was the one paying for it. You just covered the initial down payment.
I was paying from your bank account, but I was depositing the money beforehand every month.
You were?
Yes. You got fired a month after buying the house and were slacking off not working, and when I thought you found a job, it was just a low-payment job.
Yeah, but I had no problem living even though I didn't earn that much. Life is about having fun, right?
That's because I've been paying for everything like bills, living expenses, utilities, etc. this past 8 years. You wouldn't know because you never helped me.
Really? Sorry for that, but I should have no problem with paying those because you were able to pay for it, right?
Wow, I really respect you for being this positive even though your life sucks now. You need to pay $2,000 per month.
What? $2,000?
Yep. How are you gonna pay for it with your salary? Can't you do math, or are you just plain stupid?
Wait, I only earn $1,000 per month. Hold up! There's no way I can pay for it!
Oh, now you're realizing. Wow. Well, I'm excited to see what's going to happen to you. I'm going to grab some popcorn.
Why is this happening? I thought I was paying for it since I was the owner of the house.
When we got married, we were pretty much earning good money, so you were the owner of the house, but after getting fired, I was paying for it. Okay? Do you understand? Did I say anything confusing?
Wait, what happened to my salary then?
Why are you asking me? You probably used it. Well, I have no plan on depositing any more money, so why don't you ask your girl to pay?
My 20-year-old girlfriend?
Yes. I was cringing when you told me you were dating someone 20 years younger and also going to be relying on her for the payment. Wow. Just wow. Well, now that I left, good luck with everything, Kay? The divorce is approved, by the way. Finally.
You don't need to say that, you know.
Well, all I want to say is have fun living with your young girlfriend. I'll leave and will not contact you whatsoever.
Pick up the phone, please. I was wrong. Let's get back together. I need you.
What are you talking about? We're divorced. I don't want anything to do with you, so I will not pick up the phone.
What do you mean you don't want to do anything with me? We're husband and wife.
Didn't I just say we're divorced?
My girlfriend got disgusted with me and left after I told her everything. I can't believe this. What the hell did I do?
Really? You have a brain, so why don't you think about it? She made the right choice.
This gave me a huge wake-up call that younger girls are not for me because they don't understand crap.
Understand what?
Everything! I realize that you're the one who understands me and supports me, so please come back. Let's start over. Today is still your birthday, so yeah, why don't we celebrate?
Damn, you're creeping me out that I'm getting goosebumps.
I'm creeping you out?
Yes! Anyways, you wished for me to leave the house and get divorced, which I did, so what more do you want from me? The divorce papers you threw at me were God's gift from heaven because I wanted to get divorced also.
You really wanted to?
But I'm glad that we didn't talk about this because I was thinking you wouldn't want to divorce me if you knew about the mortgage and all the payments.
Wait, I'm sorry, so you are really going to divorce me?
Of course! Sorry, but nothing changes even if you apologize. I was looking for perfect time to bring up divorce to you, but you did, so thank you.
Look, I really feel bad for cheating, but I wanted to be with someone younger because I'm old and I want to feel young. You know what I mean, right? But I realized I need you, so please come back to me.
Oh my god, I can't even find a word to say to you. Absolutely not! I will make you pay for the alimony.
What? Why?
If you have a problem, why don't you hire a lawyer? If you even have enough money, though. Well, I don't think you'll have the money from now on, so good luck with everything. Now that I'm divorced, I'll enjoy my life because I'm free.
Wait, don't leave me!
I don't even want to waste time for you. Bye, asshole. I don't need you in my life anymore. Miles tried to contact me a few more times, but he didn't know that I blocked him. He had to sell the house to pay for the alimony, but since it wasn't enough and didn't have any savings left, he ended up being in debt. He had no other choice but to work a full-time job, and now he works without any breaks or vacation. Someone told me that he aged 20 years and now looks like an old man. On the other hand, since I'm stress-free, my skin cleared up and feeling so much better now. I even bought a new apartment. It's obvious he's happier now.
Hey, Tracy, I'm going to be getting married. Did you know that? Huh? No, I had no way of knowing about that, Naomi. And to be honest, I'm not really bothered by you getting married. Really? I know you're jealous of me now. But I can understand that since you are 30 years old now and still a single woman, I'm sure hearing about me getting married before you must break your heart. I guess you should have been more aware that women are supposed to get married in their 20s. I really don't care about what's going on with you, so can you just get on with saying what you have to say? And since I'll be getting married, I'm going to take a very long time off work to become a wife. Maybe even for the rest of my life. Is that so? Good for you then. So this is just you trying to rub your marriage in my face then, right? Well, I'm in the middle of work, all right? So I'm going to get right back to it now. Really? I knew that an old woman like you had far better things to do than be a wife. But listen, you can take just a little bit of your time to continue staring at your phone and talking to me, right? I mean, you've already wasted this much time looking at your phone, right, old lady Tracy? Would you please not call me old lady Tracy? That is very rude coming from someone like you. What? But what I'm saying about you is very, very true, right? After all, you happen to be the oldest woman in this department here. And from what I've heard, starting next year, you're going to be transferred to a new department, right, old lady Tracy? Congrats to you then. I'm sure this is you moving up in the company, right? You must be so proud of yourself. Are you done saying everything that you've wanted to say? If that's so, then I'm not going to waste any more of your time like you've done with me, and I'm getting back to work. That right there is the reason why everyone hates you. You're a cold-hearted supervisor who doesn't care about any of us. Excuse me? I'm just saying that everyone in this department hates you, Tracy. Your character is horrendous, and you like to have fun bossing us all around. I'm sure that you're so happy to be getting a promotion, but from all of our perspectives, we are so thankful that the pile of garbage that was supervising us will be gone. Is that so? Well, you all can go ahead and continue hating me. It's not going to change my thoughts. Sure. I keep acting like this isn't all going to your head right now. Well, I guess everyone is right about saying that you have pride so large that it dwarfs skyscrapers. And I'm sure that's why no man ever wants to marry you, right? And you think you're safe finding a man when he might not even be aware yet just how stupid of a woman you really are? Huh? What did you just say to me? Don't you ever say that again to me. If you're going to try and make jabs at me like that, then I'm going to tell all the other employees hear what you're saying. Go right ahead then. Hey, Sam. I just happened to get my invitation from you to your wedding, but it turns out that you're going to be marrying Naomi?
Ah, that's right actually. I've sort of known about how you and she are working in the same company. But well, I didn't want either one of you realizing that, and so I kept you being my older sister a secret from her. And I didn't want to say anything to you about how I want to marry her, but now that I think about it, the company you're working for is really big. So I'm sure you both have never really met before, right?
We are both in the same department, and she happens to sit in the desk next to mine.
What? Are you kidding me? Then that must mean you feel that way about her since she's in the same department as you.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, how should I word this? Well, she happens to be a lot younger than you there.
Ah, I see. So you must have heard some things from her about her position? Well, you don't have to choose your wording wisely with me. You can go ahead and tell me whatever you have to say about things.
Well, she told me about an older woman in her department that's being really strict with all the younger women that are younger than her, and that this older woman has been kind of a bully, really. And, she said that this older woman is in her 30s now, but is still single, and so, because of that, she happens to like picking on the younger women because she's jealous of them. And she finished by basically calling this woman, who I think is you, a really horrendous witch that has her underwear in knots.
So Naomi has started to talk about me that way, huh? She really thinks that I enjoy picking on the younger women in the department because I'm jealous.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure she was just joking about half those things. But well, she also told me that you happen to run into the younger women in the hallway and shove them aside, and when they're working, you'll yell at them for drinking any kind of beverage.
She's the one running into me when I'm walking in the hallway, actually. And when it comes to her drinking during work time, she has a capped bottle she'll bring in filled up with vodka. I can tell it's vodka just by the smell it gives off every time she opens it up to take a sip. I've asked her about it before, yet she never admitted to it being alcohol.
What? But Naomi would never do anything like that.
And if that wasn't enough, she also really loves calling me Old Lady Tracy. And she'll ask me time and time again if I have a man yet. And if this will be the year I get married. Work is not the place for that kind of talk, especially when she asks such things in a very rude manner.
Are you sure? You're sure this isn't just one of the other women at work that you might have Naomi confused with? I mean, you and Naomi aren't even that distant in age, right?
I have no reason to mistake who you're talking about as anyone other than Naomi. She sits at the desk right next to mine, so I'm very aware of who she is. Well, I'm sure from your point of view, you don't want to believe what I'm saying to you, but I'm telling you the truth when it comes to how she acts around me in the office.
I'm sorry. Well, this isn't me doubting you or anything you've been saying, but I've never seen Naomi act in any way that resembles what you've told me, so I just can't trust what you're saying at the moment.
And that makes sense to me. I'm sorry for saying things like this to you after already having chosen the woman you want to marry and finding your true happiness.
Well, I happen to think a lot of things about Naomi, and so...
I know that. Do you mind keeping what we've spoken about here a secret from her? Please?
Huh? But...
I'm asking you to please not say anything to her. I still have a lot of time left to this year where I have to be in the same department as her, and I don't want to end my time in this department hearing all kinds of rumors about her and I.
Well, you have a good point there. All right. I won't tell her anything about today for the time being. However, you still plan to come to our wedding, right?
Well, of course I'm coming. But, of course, when I come, she's going to find out who I am.
It'll be all right. I'm just happy to hear you're still coming. I want to make this a really amazing wedding for everything, so please, never change your mind about coming. And by the way, I'm looking forward to your wedding too.
Now you're going to start going on about me getting married or not?
I'm sorry. That was just a joke. Now, I'll be seeing you at the wedding.
Was the person that I just happened to pass by really you, old lady Tracy? Why are you at an event like this? Ah, well, there's a little something about that. What do you mean, a little something? You weren't even invited to this wedding, so why are you here? And you're here a lot sooner than most of the other guests that are coming, right? I haven't even seen any of the guests I've invited come in yet. Ugh, I knew this would start to be a pain in the butt for me, so I was trying my hardest to hide from you. So you're trying to tell me you wanted to sneak into my wedding without ever being noticed? I cannot believe what I'm hearing from you. Did you really want me to invite you as though you were one of my friends? Ugh, can you just leave it? Why do I have to be the one to shut up? You're the one that decided to come to my wedding when I never asked for you to be here. Well, it's been a little bit, so I want to have a chat with you now. I have some time yet until my wedding starts as well, you know. That's right. I guess since the both of us are already here and things have come this far, we should have that chat. Right? Well then, let's go and meet in the lobby of this resort. Now, tell me again why the hell you think I'd want an old dominating lady like you here. You weren't even asked to come to this event, so stop fooling around with me. What is this? You wanted to have a chat with me, and the moment I walked up to you, you poured wine all over me? You should be thankful that was the only thing I chose to do to you today. To be honest, I really, really, really wanted to kick you in the butt and drag you out of here. It wouldn't have been the wine that was red, but your blood had I gone all out with you. Why are you getting so upset right now? You know the reason why. You are messed up in the head. And it's not just me that thinks that, but everyone else that works in the same department as you. None of us even want to see you when we go into work, so what makes you think we'd want to meet you at my wedding of all places? You really have a lot to say. Also, did I just see you talking with Sam a bit ago? You thinking just because you're an old lady, you can have a chance to come here and steal the groom is completely insane. Do you lack every little bit of common sense or something? Unbelievable. No, there's a reason behind that. I don't want to hear any of your excuses. I want you out of this place right now before the rest of my friends from work show up. You being here is causing me all kinds of stress, and it will piss them off as well. I never asked for an old dominating woman to be at my wedding. And you sure are not going to be talking to my groom ever again. Well, he's my little brother. Huh? Why are you trying to use some stupid excuse like that on me now? Well, go and ask one of the wedding planners here about me. Ask them what the name of the groom's older sister is that will be giving a speech today. Sure thing. I'm going to give them a call right now and ask. Really? I can't wait to start talking to all the others at work about what you've been up to this time. Hey, come on now. It was just a simple joke, all right? I just wanted to see what would happen with you today. I knew you were Sam's sister this whole time, but just wanted to mess around with you a little. And here we go. The moment the tables turn, you run and try to hide behind calling all of this a joke. Well, I've always thought of you as a wonderful woman, Tracy. And since you're always so wonderful, I became a little bit jealous of you, and that led to me spilling that wine all over you and your dress. Look, that wine is expensive stuff, so you should be happy to see it being used on you. What difference does the wine being expensive or not make? Well, I'm sorry about that then. Listen, Tracy, none of this was really meant to be serious. I was just fooling around a little with you since you're my older sister-in-law. So you think by changing your attitude towards me just like that, I'm going to be able to forgive you? Well, I'm sure it won't be that easy for you, but, I am praying that you have it in your heart to forgive someone like me. And, by the way, are you really Sam's older sister? Can you tell me why your last name is different from his? Well, that's because I've been married to another man for a while now. What? I got married right before I entered the company I'm working for at the moment. The marriage took place when I was in my final year of college, actually. And that is why most of the people in the company who work around me believe that I'm still single because they've never heard of me getting married while they've known me. But I'm not single. I've been married for what's almost going to be a decade now. Ah, is that so? Then, what was your original last name? I had the same last name as Sam, Irving. Are you serious? Well, if that's the case, that means I am so very sorry for a lot of things that happened. You think we're still at the point now where you can apologize and everything will be back to normal for you so easily? That dress I was wearing that you spilled the wine on, it is totally ruined now and all wrinkled up, so I'm going to have you pay for it. I'm completely fine paying you back for that dress. I'm more than glad to pay you for that. And you can even make that legal by having a lawyer get involved in everything if you'd like. After all, I'm sure you don't want me getting away with anything now after all the rude things I've done to you before even today. It's interesting that you had a whole excuse made up for all those rude things that you've been saying to me. Yeah, I'm very sorry. I promise to make this apology as wholehearted as I can. So, right. I'm sure that you have been wanting for the two of us, especially me, to sweep all that's happened under a rug and act as though it's never happened, right? Well, if that's not a problem with you, that would be very kind. Right now, we're supposed to be getting ready for our wedding. And as you know, there will be a lot of people here today wanting to see me as happy and pure as I can be before I'm wed to my husband. And if everyone that plans on being here today were to hear about the true me and what I've done, well, that might lead to some very bad things happening, especially to me. What are these bad things you're speaking of? You think that I care about how your actions are going to affect you? Listen, the moment you spilled the wine on me, I could see Sam out of the corner of my eye, and he saw what you were up to. Huh? Are you telling me that he saw what I had done to you? Yeah, he was even looking me right in the eyes as you poured that wine glass on me. I thought he'd come right up to us after seeing something like that happen to his sister by your hands, but then he turned around and walked away. I'm going to guess that what he saw was too much for his own eyes and that it was so shocking that even his heart needs time to think. Wait, that's not good at all. That's totally not good for me. He needs to understand that this was all a huge misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? Hey, Sam, where are you right now? I was looking all over for you, but couldn't find you anywhere. What you saw just a bit ago was all a huge misunderstanding, you know? I just happened to run into your sister is all.
You think I've misunderstood what all of that was about?
Yeah. Look, you know that both Tracy and I are working for the same company, right? Her and I are both very close friends in the office, and we happen to love messing with one another by pouring drinks all over the other's head and body.
Then why, while that was all happening, were you screaming at Tracy? I heard you saying she wasn't invited, and that she's an old lady. I never thought that my Naomi would ever use that kind of language towards my older sister, or towards anybody in a negative way.
No, that was just a simple joke is all.
Is that right? So, you must think I'm such an idiot that I'd be able to believe in the most simple and weak excuses like the one you just told me there.
I'm being honest. Believe me.
This isn't going to work. I saw everything that happened there. And also, I've heard about all of this from Tracy herself. About the kind of person you really are deep down.
Who I am deep down?
I've known for a while now that you've been telling me about how you're being bullied by the old woman sitting at the desk next to you at work, right? But according to what my sister has said about you, you're the one who's been saying awful things and picking on her. At first, I wanted to believe what you've been telling me, more than what Tracy was saying. But after what I just saw, I've made up my mind. I can't do this any longer.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean you can't do this any longer?
I'm sorry about this, but the wedding is being canceled now.
What? Wait, that right there is not okay. Like, my family is going to be here as well, right? You have to see that by canceling my wedding, they are going to become so sad.
Well, you've already made myself and my family very sad by pouring wine all over my sister and her dress like that while screaming at her.
But that was...
Don't be worried about a single thing. I'm going to go to both your mom and dad and explain to them what has happened here today. And as for the cancellation fees, I'll be paying for half of them. I think that's a fair way of handling all this. Don't you?
No way. I do not want my wedding to be canceled over something like this. It's not just my family, but all of my friends and a lot of my coworkers as well from work who are coming to see our wedding. If the wedding is canceled on the same day, then I'm going to be completely embarrassed and will never be able to show my face again.
You say that, but from what I've noticed, not a single one of those friends or coworkers that you invited have come to the wedding yet.
What?
However, a lot of the guests I've invited today are already here and are patiently waiting for a wedding that's not going to happen now. When it comes to your guests, besides your parents, I haven't seen anyone else.
Huh? You're lying. Why would none of them come? I went ahead and invited friends from back when I was in college and made sure to invite all of my coworkers from my department as well. Could this be all because of her?
Her?
Hey! What you've done this time has gone way over the line. I invited pretty much everyone in our department, but not a single one of them has shown up to the wedding yet. You did something to keep them all from coming, right? Huh? What are you going on about now? Stop playing dumb here. I don't give a dang how much you hate me. What you've done today was totally not called for, and I am pissed. This is supposed to be the day of your little brother's wedding, and you thought it would be all right to keep half of the guests away from it? You're the worst. Wait, you have it all wrong. I wanted all of your friends and coworkers to come, actually. But they all told me that they had no plans of coming to your wedding. Huh? What do you mean? Well, this happens to be my brother's wedding, and I wanted as many people as possible coming to celebrate it. But when I was at work and went up to everyone asking if they'd be going, all of them replied by saying they were afraid of you. So I gave up on trying to get them to come because I could see they had no interest. I didn't set any of this up, so stop saying that. You're telling me that everyone had the same idea of not showing up to my wedding, and that's why they're all not here? It wasn't their idea, but rather their reactions to everything you've been doing. None of them wanted to be here today because of you. And I don't blame them. You always went around the office all day bragging to them about how you'd be getting married and even belittled some of them. And any of the ones that are married, you started to make fun of their husbands. I don't think a single one of them are your friends anymore, Naomi. Are you sure? That's a little bit unbelievable to me. This isn't just about your marriage either. You always are on your phone when at work, and you will always have one of them doing your work for you. Everyone was so happy to hear from you that you plan to leave the company for a long time. You're kidding. Why would they be happy about that? I get that I wasn't often talked to by any of them while in the office, but that's just because everyone else wanted to be like me and thought of me as the popular kid at work. You can stop thinking crap like that about yourself anytime now. You need to come back to reality and change the way you've been behaving. If you keep acting like a high schooler while at work and even outside of work, nobody is going to like you. Not even your family. No, there's no way. There's no way in hell anyone would hate me like you're saying. You're just lying to me in order to make me feel like I've lost. You're the one behind all that's happened. You tried to make everyone look as though they hate me. And this is all because I'm young and beautiful and you're jealous of that. You really have no right saying things like that about me when not a single one of your guests have not shown. And I'm glad for them because once again, you're trying to make it seem as though I'm the one who's jealous of you and like I'm the one who caused all of this to happen. But really, all your coworkers and all of your friends know better than to come see more of you when you're acting like a freaking child. Nobody wants to see the wedding of a child, Naomi. Shut up! You're the one that should be in trouble for this. It's because of you that the biggest event in my life has gone to complete crap. I'm going to make you pay for all of this. Make me pay for what? Would you just stop it with this immature behavior? Shut the hell up. I'm going to make you wish you never worked in the same company as me.
Tracy, I'm so sorry about today.
It's fine, Sam. And let's be honest, it was kind of entertaining seeing the bride be taken out of this wedding by the police, right? That's not a normal occurrence. I'm sure this was a good experience for all of us to learn from as well.
I'm sorry. I didn't think she'd be the type to become even more enraged and try to attack you like that. I'm glad the security guard was there to grab her like that. But what if she had gotten close enough to hurt you?
And this is why I was telling you everything about her before. She's a crazy witch.
I see that now. I should have believed you long before today then. But really, back then, I was completely in love with Naomi.
You don't have to defend yourself. It's totally in your rights to defend her, since she's your wife after all. But hey, I'm happy you were finally able to see the true Naomi today. You would have started having to live with her here soon, so things would have been a lot harder on everyone had you not noticed before then.
Right. Thank goodness. Tracy, thank you for all of this.
I haven't really done anything, though. Also, you happen to have an after party to get to now, right? You should go be with your guests.
Well, this is a good place after all. So I suppose it would be right to at least experience the party. And I also don't want to go back home now either, since I'm sort of in a bad mood.
Well, you should go enjoy that party then. Have a good time, all right?
Wait, are you not going to come and party? I want you to be there.
No, my husband and I plan on heading home now. You never invited an old, dominating lady to be at your wedding, right? After being taken into custody by the police that day, Naomi was able to get out of their hands come evening. But even though she was no longer being held in the county jail cell, she was still going to need to pay for the fines she got from the wedding, as well as for the cancellation fee and my ruined dress. All of that stacked up pretty well and led to her having to borrow a lot of money. Naomi had also quit her job the day before her wedding and assumed she'd never need to go back to the office again. But now, with no job and with no man who wants to be around her anymore, her pride has taken a massive hit. And because of that, she's moved back home to her parents' house where she's been hiding away in her room. Both of her parents were kind enough to not throw a woman like that out of their house, and they both believe they can fix her in some way. So these days, Naomi has been sticking close to her parents' house, doing part-time work in order to save up some money and pay off her debts. I find that she fell a long ways down from the belittling jerk that she once was. And since she can no longer hold herself to the standards she thought she had, I think I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of respectable woman her parents can turn her into. As for Sam, he's been saddened by everything that happened and by the fact that he had to leave his wife so soon. But recently, he started to hang out with this new girl, which has me a little worried because she might be just as bad as Naomi. However, I'm going to pray that that's not the case, and that this new woman he's pulled in is a proper adult and has a heart, too. When it comes to myself, I was able to move into that new department as a supervisor, and am now working toward the next promotion that I'm hoping I'll get.
Amber! I told that old hag of yours to stay away from my wedding coming up soon. So can you make sure to tell her as well for me? Tell her that she will not be allowed into the wedding on the day of and that she needs to stay away from us so as not to cause any trouble.
What? When you say that old hag of mine, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about your mom being the old hag, and you should have known what I meant. Having her walk into my wedding all by herself with no partner walking beside her is just sad. So tell her to stay away. Simple as that. You are her daughter after all, so you should be fine with asking that of her for me.
Sandy? I'm sorry, but I have zero clue what you're talking about right now. Are you really telling me that you don't want my mom coming to my brother and your wedding?
I am telling you that. I shouldn't even have to be telling you this sort of stuff right now. You should already know that someone like her coming into my wedding would ruin the whole mood.
No, I don't know any good reason why her coming to your wedding would ruin the mood.
Why not? Being raised by a single mother is freaking embarrassing, right? And having her waltz into my wedding with nobody as her partner is so sad that I cannot allow it to happen when I'm about to show everyone my happiness. So tell her to stay away, please. Even your brother is embarrassed by her, so I'd like to keep her from coming in and ruining the whole wedding by making him and I beat red with anger and embarrassment. Just think about it with a level head, and you can see why I'm asking this from you.
Why are you saying things like that? I actually respect my mom a lot for having to raise her kids all on her own. And the way you're talking about her so cruelly right now is making me a bit upset, so please stop that. I feel bad for my mom right now hearing things like this about her from you.
What? Are you an idiot as well, then?
Excuse me?
You just have to put a little thought into it and you'd understand what I'm saying. If your mom comes to my wedding, she's going to ruin everybody's time. And if she begins to piss me off coming in as a single and depressing mother like that, then what do you think will happen to my wedding?
Well, stop trying to think that just by having my mom at your wedding, she'd ruin everyone's mood and end your wedding.
If she ends up coming in and giving the wedding a rotten atmosphere, your brother's going to be just as upset as I will be. Are you telling me that you want both me and your brother to be upset and embarrassed on our very special day?
Does this mean that my brother is 100% on board with having my mom stay away from the wedding?
Him and I are a married couple now. Anything I say about the two of us automatically makes him on board with it.
Well, if that's what you think, then fine. But I highly doubt that he'd be okay with what you're saying about our mom right now. Both he and I think highly of our mom and would never want to do anything to disrespect her.
You're the least helpful little sister. Well, whatever, I guess. We'll handle your mom on our own then.
And how are you going to handle my mom then?
Don't you dare go telling your brother anything about this, okay? And if you don't want our wedding to end up going up in flames, then you stay out of what happens next between us and your mom.
Well, now you're starting to get me worried about what you're planning on doing. I don't plan to say anything necessarily to my brother about this, but you're not going to do anything unwarranted to my mom, right?
We are getting very close to our long-awaited wedding and are both very nervous as well as excited for the day. So I ask you to please stay quiet about what I said. Allow your brother and I to have our moment in peace without getting in the way.
I still am a bit lost on what's all going on here with you, but I have no plans of getting in the way of your wedding. But can you make sure to talk all of this through with my brother as well before you ask to have my mom stay away from your wedding? Mom, have you gotten any messages from Sandy recently?
Well, she told me not to come to her wedding a little while ago.
So she actually did go ahead and tell you all of that straight then. I can't believe her. Well, you don't really have to worry about what she said to you, okay? I really do think that there's no way on earth that Kai would allow you to be told to stay away from his wedding with no good reasoning.
Well, I hope you're right.
Huh? Why do you say it like that?
Well, I'm just saying that what Sandy has said about Kai agreeing with her might be correct. I'm sure to him he has no real use for me anymore as his mother, and if anything, I'm just an embarrassment to him now.
Why are you saying all of that stuff about yourself and him? There's just no way that he'd think of you that way now.
Well, I heard all of this from Kai himself.
What? You heard this from Kai himself?
He told me that after what he's been told by Sandy, it's probably best that I really don't come to their wedding. And then after that, he ended our conversation by telling me to just not come. And ever since then, I haven't heard anything from him, no matter how many times I try to call and text him.
What the heck? What is wrong with Kai? Does he not see how rude he's being to you right now? I'll go and talk with him then.
Please stop trying to talk any sense into those two for me, okay?
Why should I stop trying, though? There has to be something going on between Kai and Sandy that we don't know about, because there is just no way he'd actually mean something as cruel as that. I bet you she's trying to brainwash him right now, and that his response to you wasn't his own.
And I'm sure that there's some reason for Kai telling me not to come, but we can't go around trying to force ourselves into those two's decision. I will at least go out and try to help them prepare tomorrow, but if they really do not want me coming to the wedding or having anything to do with it, then I'm going to stop. It's my job as his mom to let him decide who comes and who doesn't come to his wedding.
All right, then. How about the both of us go tomorrow, then, to help them prepare? I want the both of us to hear the real reasoning behind their decision for having you stay away.
Hey, why did you and your mom come here? I thought I made myself very clear when I said that I didn't want your mom coming to my wedding. What the hell are you thinking coming into this place with your mom?
Well, I'm having a hard time believing that you actually had the nerve to tell my mom to stay away from this wedding.
Well, even if you've come here today, it's not going to help your guys' situation any. Your brother and I didn't prepare a seat for your mom here.
Huh? You actually overlooked preparing a seat for my mom? For Kai's mom?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And why would I have? I told you that she wasn't allowed in here, yet she chose to come anyway with you.
Even if you're my brother's fiancé, this is going way too far. Allow us to talk to him right now about all of this.
Right now, Kai is busy talking with other people at the moment and doesn't have time to waste with the two of you. That's the whole reason I'm being considerate of him and am giving up my time to handle his family ordeal. As I had said to you and your mom before, there is no seating for her. I'm going to have your mom kicked out of this wedding right now.
You are the worst, Sandy, saying things like that about my mom.
I'm in the right to be saying all of this about her. Having to be raised in a single-parent household is one of the most embarrassing things to happen to someone, and I don't want him to feel that embarrassment today. All your mom is doing by being here is causing problems, and I want her to go home.
Then the whole family is going to go home.
Huh?
I've had enough of this from you. My mom is done dealing with you, and so the two of us are going to do as you say and leave this wedding right now.
Huh? Hold on a second, Amber. Did I ever say that I want you going home from this wedding as well?
You don't have to say anything like that to me, because saying something like that to my amazing mom is enough to make me want to go. So if you still want her to leave this place, then I'm going to join her and see her home. And right now, we are talking with other members of the family about this as well as friends. Even my brother is saying that he's ready to go now after what you've said to my mom.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about when you say your brother says he will go home? Do you have any other brothers besides Kai that I've never been told about?
I do not. I only have one brother, and that would be Kai. And Kai is the one saying that he'll come home with us. The way you've been acting around us and speaking for him has been way too much for him to accept.
Now, you wait just a second. What are you actually saying right now? What? Are you telling me that you told Kai about all of this? That has to be a load of crap, right? I specifically told you to not tell him anything about this and that I'd handle things between us.
Well, I was finally able to talk with him in person, face to face. And when we started to talk to one another, I made sure to show him all the things you've been saying to our mom and I about not wanting her here.
Huh? You're showing our conversations to other people without asking for my permission first. What the hell happened to there being something called privacy in this world?
And what happened to the privacy that my brother deserves to have from you?
Huh?
You ended up taking his phone from him on multiple occasions and typing all sorts of replies to my mom using his phone, making her think that she was talking to him when it was really you. And in the end, you were the one that blocked her on his phone, right?
I'm not really sure what you're talking about right now, but...
Come on now, Sandy. This is not the time to be laughing about that. You have very much shocked my brother with the way you've acted.
And so what? Why the hell did you tell all of this to Kai now? I swear, I told you very clearly to not get in the way of your brother and my happiness, and that includes this wedding today.
You think I was actually going to listen to you after what you said to me about not wanting my mom at her son's wedding?
Huh?
The way you've been acting around everyone has been completely screwed up, and my brother needed to know about what you were doing. And right now, he's in complete shock over what you'd done.
Huh? What are you trying to say I did that would surprise him so much? What did you actually say to my man that would make him start to doubt me? Why, Amber? Why would you do all this useless crap on the most important day of Kai's in my life?
This is all happening because of how you played your cards, Sandy. You kept thinking that you had the right to talk horribly about my mom and say that she was causing the two of you embarrassment. But it's because of my mom that you were able to meet such an amazing man as Kai. Because she worked her butt off for us, making sure we turned out as good people. What the hell does it matter to you that we have no father? You have no right to talk about my family like you have been, Sandy. Even if you have a problem with her being a single mother, my brother and I are both so thankful that we were raised by someone as warm-hearted and thoughtful as her.
Who gives a crap about all of that? Right now, things are going downhill for me. If I'm not able to have this wedding with Kai today, what am I going to do? Where the hell has he run off to right now?
Do you even have the ability to listen to what I say to you? I said just a second ago that not only my mom and I, but also Kai have all given up on you and are done here.
What do you mean given up on me and are done here, though?
I'm saying that we cannot forgive you for the way you've talked to us and the way you've acted around Kai. And it seems that he feels the same way and doesn't want to deal with you as his partner anymore.
Hold on. I just heard that Kai is telling everyone here that the wedding is canceled and to pack things up to head home. That has to be a sick joke or something, right?
No, you know very well that he is not the kind of person to joke about something like that, especially when he was so happy to get married today. If he's going around telling everyone that right now, then it's truly happening.
But him and I really did plan on having our wedding today, Amber.
I know that. And everyone else expected you both to have a wedding today as well. But if all your family and friends, as well as the groom, leave the wedding, then there's no way you can carry on with it, right? Unless you're going to have a one-man wedding today.
Why the hell would you say something like that now? How would I ever be able to have a wedding by myself? Why is all this happening to me now? This is all your fault, you jerk!
Huh? This is all my fault now? Why would any of this be because of me, Sandy?
I told you to stay out of all of this and not to get in the way of anything regarding my wedding with Kai today. But since you went ahead and opened your mouth to your brother about what's going on, this all happened. I never actually thought you'd be stupid enough to tell Kai about what I'd said and done.
Huh? You still have no clue what's going on here then?
What do I have no clue about, Amber?
The only thing everyone thought could never happen is the way you acted towards me and my family. You literally took my brother's phone from him without asking and blocked my mom's number on there so that she couldn't try and talk to him anymore. Is that something normal people do to their in-laws?
Well, when you say it like that, you make it seem like I have done something wrong.
That's because you have done something wrong. Plenty of things, actually. I myself am having a very hard time understanding why, after all that's happened, you're still having a hard time understanding why you've been in the wrong. Tell me, why have you done all of this to my mom and want to kick her out of the wedding?
Well, that's because I just don't want her to be here today, and so I want her gone.
Well, that's not giving us a clear reason, though. I want to know why you don't want her here and want her to go home. If your reason for all that is because she's a single mother, then maybe you shouldn't be marrying my brother in the first place. What kind of balls do you have to think that using that as a reason would be a good idea?
Well, listen, if your mom is single and can't find another man to marry, then in the future, Kai and I will have to take care of her when she's old and useless. And since he's the oldest, you won't have to worry about your mom, and all the responsibilities surrounding her will fall on us, right? So I've been trying my hardest to have the two of us cut ties with her sooner rather than later. I just assumed that by forcing her to not come to this wedding, that'd be enough to end things between us.
So your reason for all of this is due to your overbearing selfishness? Well, if that's it, then I guess there's no helping you now. You can talk the rest of this through with my brother.
Wait a second, Amber. If you don't stick around and help me, then my wedding is going to fall apart and I'll lose Kai. You and we're supposed to become sisters, right? Let's you and I grow close to one another and fix all of this. After what's happened to me today, I'll even forget about what I thought regarding your mom and allow her to come watch her son and I get married. And then after that, we can all become one big family, right?
After all you've done to us, you expect something like that to work out for you? No matter how you try and spin things now, we are never going to be your family.
Please do not say things like that right now. You're the only person that can help me right now in getting your brother to come back to me. Right. How about you go ahead and tell him to come back to me, and then after that we can forget any of this ever happened.
How about this, Sandy? How about you just forget about there ever being a chance of you becoming my brother's wife, and then we can end all of this right now. I'm so glad you went crazy just before the wedding, so that we could all see your true colors before the knot was really tied. If you and him really did get married today, then my family's future would have been in real danger. I'm really relieved to see that I won't become your sister-in-law after all. You must really be in a corner right now thinking we can all forget about what you'd done, especially after what you did to my mom.
You really don't have to say things like that right now, Amber.
I believe it was you that really didn't have to say all of the things you said to my family before, but you did anyway. So what happens to you next has nothing to do with me, okay? You can go right along and talk with my brother about that and see where you'll end up.
I'm not even able to get a response from your mom now. I wonder if I can get any of them to come back here. I'm sure if they just listened to my reasoning behind all of this, they'd understand me.
The only reason for all this was you trying to save yourself from having to care for my family in the future. Well, look at that. You won't have to worry about us anymore because none of us plan to talk with you anymore.
But your mom is supposed to be a really kind person, right? She would never say goodbye to me forever over a simple mess up like this, right?
Well, my mom's saying that she could never see you becoming a part of her family after what happened today.
She said that? That considerate mom would say something like that about me?
Well, weren't you the one that had planned on throwing her away the moment you married my brother? Oh well, I guess. Seems like you're going to be the one getting thrown away now after everyone came around to understand your true intentions. My sincere condolences, Sandy. Really sucks that you were never able to have your special day today. But you are like the devil, so there was no reason for you to have a special day in the first place. Good luck with the next man you plan on roping in. Hopefully he has both a mom and a dad that he was raised by, so you don't have to go through a day like today ever again. In the end, the wedding that had been planned for that day was canceled almost immediately. And of course, the legal marriage that Sandy and Kai had with one another ended up going up in flames. And because of the embarrassment they were forced to endure regarding this event, both of Sandy's parents ended up leaving her to fend for herself and would later cut ties with her. Sandy was then left to pay all the cancellation fees for the wedding, as well as a settlement for what she'd done to Kai's mom. But because she didn't have the money for all of that, she tried to get Amber's help again. However, this time, Amber wasn't going to have any more of Sandy and blocked her within seconds, so that she'd never have to hear or see a word from her again. It really seems fair that after all Sandy had done to Kai's mother and sister, she'd end up with no wedding, no husband, and no parents. She did say she went through all that in order to not have to deal with a single mother-in-law in the future, but nobody's even sure if that was the true reasoning or if this was all done due to Sandy just being a crazy woman.
Lauren, did you actually drop out of high school? I'd love for that to be true, actually. But that has to be a joke, right?
A joke? Why would that be a joke to you?
Because... Are there actually still people around these days that have never finished high school? There's no one like that, right? Marcus ended up graduating high school and college, right?
And I'm sure that Marcus has explained everything to you before, but I'll tell you again. While I was in high school, my parents' company was having a bit of a struggle, and during that time, my mom ended up passing away, and things just got worse from there. And so to make sure that my younger brother could continue going to school and be taken care of, I left school and started working when I was 16. And so you could say that I am in fact a high school dropout.
What? Well, that story doesn't mean crap to me.
Well, if it doesn't mean anything to you, then why did you ask me about all of this? And actually, I'm pretty sure you've been told this story once before in person. Why are you asking for it again?
Because I graduated from a very high-level university. And because of that, I've been able to keep my family's company going. They wanted me to make sure that someone would take very good care of it after all. So they forced me to study hard and go get a great education. My ability to run a company is all thanks to my education. And because of that company, I am able to be where I am today. And so, when you think about how important someone's education is, that makes you the lowest of the low, right?
Huh? What the heck are you trying to say to me? I didn't think that I needed the same kind of education as you have to run a company. And I make that pretty obvious, right?
When an elite like me is able to take your brother who's expected to succeed just as much as me away from you, we are going to become the most happy couple on this planet. But in your case, you have nothing, right?
You're right, a lot of things happened with me.
You poor thing. But with your educational history, it's expected of you to have a tough life.
I don't really think it's the fault of my education that put me into a divorce, though. And I have no reason why I should tell you exactly what caused those things to happen either.
Well, that doesn't bother me. Because I now have the right to belittle you all I want. That's how things are going to work.
Well, if you think that because of you graduating from whatever nice university you graduated from makes you better than me, so be it.
I have no idea why you'd be so okay with that. Just know that when it comes to Marcus and I's wedding, a lowlife like you is not allowed in.
Do you not think that that's a little rude to ask from me?
Why would that be rude? It's my wedding after all, so I can ask whatever I want. And Marcus and I are both college graduates. Why would you think it's okay to have a high school dropout come to the wedding of two scholars?
Someone's education has nothing to do with your wedding, though. It should be more than enough for me to come to that wedding due to the fact that I'm Marcus's older sister.
Well, you can say whatever you want to about the wedding, but I'm not letting you come. If you'd really like to come to the wedding, then find a way to show that you're equal or better than me.
Equal or better? Why do you think this is some sort of competition?
Well, I'm just asking that if you want to be allowed in our amazing wedding, you'll have to prove that you're good enough.
Why do I have to do all of that when I just want to watch my little brother get married? Does it really matter if I'm better than you or not? Are you saying that something would happen to me if I did show up to that wedding without your permission? If so, I'd suggest you hold off on any of that, because as far as I'm aware, I haven't done anything to make you hate me.
That's not the problem here, Lauren. This all has to do with my pride.
Well, I'm not sure what you're so prideful of. Perhaps instead of having such a fragile pride that could be destroyed by me coming to the wedding, you just relax a little and enjoy your special day. Right now, I'm just going to assume that everything you've said thus far has all been some simple joke, right? I don't want to think of anything else of your attitude today, so I'll be going now.
I'm laughing my butt off right now. You really thought it'd be okay to come here even though you never made it through high school? You really have no self-respect, do you?
The day of the wedding. What are you on about? The only one that doesn't seem to have any self-respect is you. All I've done is show up to my brother's wedding today, but you started talking down to me and then took a bucket full of water and splashed it all over me and my dress. Is that what someone that cares a lot about her education does to others?
I told you all about this before, right? I said that anyone that comes here who isn't equal or better than me education-wise is not allowed in. So, get lost. But I guess it only makes sense that someone without a high school diploma would make the mistake of not understanding what I meant. You're so stupid that we could consider you on the same level as a dog.
I know that you had quite a blast tossing me out of your wedding and all, but do you know what'll happen if you do have me go home?
You should be asking yourself that. Do you know what's going to happen to you now?
What do you mean by that?
An idiot without any decent education is going to be cast away by Marcus and I. In other words, we're cutting ties with you. For good. Don't you feel bad for how sad your brother's going to be now because of this?
Go ahead and say what you will. I can already see that you don't feel a bit of regret for what you've done to me. And I know that nothing will ever stop you from belittling me.
It's your fault for not listening to my warning and still showing up to my wedding. Even thinking about the fact that a dog like you would come to an elite's wedding makes me sick to my stomach. Do you at least understand me a little better now that you've been covered head to toe in freezing cold water?
I'm going home.
And never show your face around us again.
I'll make sure of that. And I think there will never even be a chance you and I ever see each other again. No matter what happens to you from now on, I hope you get a taste of your own medicine.
Shut up. My own medicine? Get out of here and go home, you brainless joke.
You don't even have to tell me twice. Good luck with my brother.
I overheard some interesting and sort of weird things just a second ago. Do you happen to have a lot of money, Lauren?
And so what if I do?
I want to know why someone that never finished high school has ended up with a lot of money. My parents are looking all over for you right now, and I want to know why.
Well, of course they'd be looking for me. From both your parents' point of view, I'm one of their customer CEOs.
Wait, huh? CEO? I have no idea what you just said to me. Do you think you can come back here right away? I think you and I talking about this in person would be the quickest.
Right now? There's no reason for me to go back there right now.
Huh? Why not?
Have you forgotten everything you just did to me a little bit ago? I don't want to catch a cold just standing there all drenched, so I went back home. Seems that things are starting to catch up to you now, though, huh? But as you can see, I did as you said and went home.
But I'm saying that we weren't on the same page back then. I had assumed that you were just some moneyless high school dropout and that you'd be a waste at the wedding. Is that not the case?
I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you were very wrong. I had started my own company and now I'm running 3 different businesses.
You're running 3 different companies.
I'm aware that I'm telling you all of this now, but I'm sure my brother explained everything to you about my companies a while back. And when you first met me, I told you again about what my occupation is. Why are you acting like this is only the first time hearing this of me?
I can't believe any of this. I never heard a thing about any of your companies.
Maybe that's because when you heard about my education, you decided to start treating me like an animal. And that includes not continuing to listen about who I actually was, right? You just got attached to the idea that I dropped out of high school and made sure to paint me as the idiot you thought I was. And ever since then, you acting all happy about picking on me has been rude as hell. And you didn't even try and hide the fact that you'd belittled me from Marcus. With all the ways you called me names and mistreated me. But isn't it just amazing? The parents of a girl that boasts about her education and her career are actually the ones getting money from me to work with them. You never thought that that could be the case, did you?
Uh-huh. My parents' company gets paid by you. They're paid by someone that hasn't even graduated high school?
But you said you're going to cut ties with me, so I plan on ending the work I do with them.
Huh?
I was assuming you would have been prepared for the fallout of all that you've done to me. So you should be ready for what'll happen next, right? So when you start to worry about what'll happen with your parents and everyone around you, it'll involve me and my company.
Hold on for just a minute, Lauren. Are you being serious about all of this? I never once thought that you'd have any relations with my family's company. And why would I ever guess that someone like you would be able to become a CEO when you don't have any education? Could this mean that you're committing fraud? You haven't gotten my family involved in any of your fraudulent business, right?
You can only get so far thinking that me as a dropout only means I can't do anything. I'm going to take you to court for defamation. Is that what you want to happen?
Take me to court. What are you talking about? Stop that right now.
Mandy, you just covered me in a bucket of freezing cold water, right? Did you forget all about that? You may think that it's okay to look down on others because they don't have as good of education as you. But do you not understand that there can be repercussions for that? It's one thing to get like this because of your education, but I think there's something rotten about your personality as well.
I don't want to hear all of this from some fraud.
I'm sure you don't want to accept all that's happening right now, but I want you to understand that you've just put yourself in between a rock and a hard place. Are you seriously not aware of how childish you've been acting? I don't even want to say childish though, because even most children know better.
Wait a second. Does Marcus know about this?
Of course he does after all of this. Marcus ended up asking someone about why it was covered in water and sent home. And then when he was told his woman did it, he freaked out.
This is so messed up. Why would someone tell him it was me? I'll tell him I did it because you punched me first.
Huh?
I can always just make up a lie to get them all to side with me. They'd all trust me over you because I'm the bride today, right? So, how about you tell Marcus that you started all of this by punching me and that you're sorry, and I'll tell him the same.
Do you really think anybody's going to believe that?
What?
My brother just told me that he's taken your family and everyone with him to talk about this and canceling the wedding. And he's even got me on the phone right now talking about it.
They can't just decide to stop the wedding without me. That'll mess everything up. Lauren, hurry up and tell him what really happened and get him to come back to me.
That's not my problem to deal with, so no thank you. And above all, I have something far more important to talk about. I'm going to be stopping any payments made to your parents' company, and that's final. I already let them know about this, and I've told some of my employees to no longer work with your family's company.
Ah, crap. I didn't think that my parents would have to pay for this as well.
Seems your parents didn't even realize that I'm Marcus's older sister, but Marcus just told them today, and now they're very aware. And that's why they now understand why you never happened to tell them about me.
This is really not good, and I'm starting to have a panic attack. Wait. What am I going to do? What should I do? Please, Lauren, help me.
Not after all the terrible things you've done to me. And I can't even come back there to help now because I'm not as educated as you are. So since things have all gone to plan for you, why are you so upset now?
None of this is going to plan. Not at all. This is a huge problem for me now, and I need you to come back.
The only problem with all of this is the problems you have with your head.
What's wrong with you?
It's better that you go and talk with Marcus about all this now. I have nothing else to say to you now, and I don't want to hear any more of this. Now, goodbye forever.
Wait, please, Lauren. You can't just leave me forever, you know? I'll apologize to you for making fun of your education. I'm so sorry. But just because I made a few comments about you and your past doesn't mean you have the right to go and destroy my wedding and everything, right? You need to start acting like an adult yourself. You get back here right now and make things right for me.
You really plan on acting as though nothing happened because of you and you can just wait for someone else to care for you?
Huh?
How about you calm down a bit and think this all through? You can't blame any about this on anyone else but yourself. This is what you've been asking for a long time, right? You're the one that made me feel bad for myself and then covered me in a bucket of ice-cold water, right? After all that and the results that you got, you still plan on blaming me? Do you need to go get some exams done in your head or something?
I have nothing wrong with my head, though. I will apologize for spilling all that water on you as well. So, now that I'm apologizing for so much, don't you think you can forgive me?
This isn't about me forgiving you or not. I'm done here now. The rest of this you can handle with Marcus and everyone else. I'm going to be disappearing from your life from now on. And so that means I'd like for you to disappear from my life now as well, okay? Sucks having your wedding canceled due to all this, doesn't it? Well, I should say that your marriage in general is over with. After that, the whole wedding was indeed canceled. All of Mandy's family ended up finding out about her horrible attitude. And then right as Mandy was on the verge of getting back to work within her family's company, they told her to leave. And just like the wedding, the marriage was canceled as well. And just like that, Mandy was left jobless and unwed. Even with the amazing education that she has, she can't seem to find anywhere to rest easy. Right now, she's trying her best to find new work and all, but because of the tank revolving around her recent past, most companies won't even let her get an interview. I'm sure that she's going to become well aware of what happens when you look down on someone because of their education eventually. But it's already a bit too late now. I guess her only hope now is to move far away past all of those that know her and start a new life with a much better view on people besides just their judging over how much they've studied.
Hey, you old hag! When the hell are you going to move out? I'm sick and tired of living under the same roof as you. I don't want to have to see your ugly face every day. It's unbearable.
What do you want now, Mia? Don't you think you're being a little rude to me? You're an adult. People expect you to have some manners.
You're one to talk. You don't have any manners yourself. I know that you only married my father for his money.
What in the world are you talking about? Where did you get a crazy idea like that? You shouldn't make such accusations without any proof. By the way, are you eating at home tonight?
There's no way that I'm eating any food that you prepared.
Okay, whatever. I wasn't planning on cooking for you in the first place. You never share your plans with me, so it's hard for me to prepare meals for you. You need to study for your college entrance exams. Shouldn't you be at home preparing?
You're not my mother. Don't tell me what to do. I don't respect you, and I never will. When I was younger, I stupidly thought that you were my mother, but not anymore.
What changed? You used to be so loving and adorable. I miss the old you. I've only been living with you for 5 years, but you've changed a lot in this time. When I first met you, you were only 12. You were such a sweet little girl.
You stole my father's money. He's broke because of you.
I did no such thing.
He's asking me to get a job and earn some money to help him out. This is all your fault. You spend all of his money. My father tells me that he doesn't have enough money to pay for my school. He should have never married you. You ruined our lives. And I'm not going to forgive you. Ever.
I don't know what your father told you, but I certainly didn't marry him for his money, I assure you. If I wanted to marry for money, I would have found someone wealthier. You actually don't know how much I do for this family. I'm not the enemy here.
You can't fool me. I know you're the one that bankrupted us. My father told me not to believe your lies. We're not even related. Of course I would believe my father over you. I want you to move out of our house and stay out of our lives.
I can't believe that your father would call me a liar. That's very hurtful. You shouldn't be blaming me for any of this. I'm on your side here. You shouldn't take me for granted.
Why in the world would I believe the garbage coming out of your mouth?
Fine, then talk to your father. There's no point in us talking if you're not going to believe a word that I say. What were you thinking? How could you do this to me?
I don't know what you're talking about. By the way, I'm broke. Did you leave money for me at the house like I asked you to?
I told you over and over again that I can't let you spend our money so carelessly. That's why I didn't leave you any money at the house.
What am I supposed to do with no money, though?
You need to be more careful with your spending. This is all your fault.
Why are you mad at me?
I'm mad at you because you told your daughter that I stole all of your money, which is completely untrue. How could you say that when I'm the one paying for everything? Mia thinks it's my fault that we're not able to pay for her tuition. She's also angry with me because she needs to get a job to pay for her living expenses.
She's going to be a college student soon, and it's about time she learned to earn some money. She's already been accepted into a college, which means that she's not busy studying anymore.
It just sounds like you're going to make her work and that you'll use her money yourself. I mean, that's what you're doing with me. Mia is your daughter. You should be the one taking care of her, not the other way around.
Shut up! You don't need to lecture me about how to raise my daughter. I need some money. We're married. As my wife, you should give it to me.
You act like I'm a complete stranger to Mia, but I've been raising her all these years too. You're being very unfair. Have it your way then. I don't care anymore. I'll just think about myself from now on.
I don't understand why you're getting so upset with me. Just give me the money that I need, and I'll leave you alone. I need to be somewhere early tomorrow morning. so I need the money before then.
Okay, whatever. I need to go now.
My father and I don't want you to live with us anymore. Pack your bags and leave, bitch.
What did you just call me, Mia? You need to watch the filthy words coming out of your mouth.
You're my stepmother. I don't have to listen to a thing you say. We don't need you in our lives anymore. I don't want to see you ever again.
I can't believe that you're doing this to me after all that I've done for you and your father. I'm the one who's been providing all the money for this family all these years. I guess your father failed to mention that.
I filed the divorce papers.
What?
So there's no reason for you to continue to live with us. You're no longer welcome at our house.
I never imagined that my 18-year-old stepdaughter would do something so outrageous.
I don't need a stepmom that's gonna live off of my father's money.
I have a decent job, you know. What kind of lies has your father been feeding you?
You used up all of my father's money and he's broke because of you. How could you do that to your own husband? I might not even be able to afford college now because of what you did. I never want to see your ugly face again.
What did I ever do to you? I'm the one that's been taking care of our family. You're going to regret kicking me out like this. I guess your father was taking all the credit. I'll leave you alone as you wish. Goodbye, Mia.
I wish that my father had never met you. You took 5 good years away from us. You were only after his money. You never loved either of us. Have a nice life without us. Goodbye!
I will. Your father is the one that's going to have trouble living without me.
How could you say that? One vicious lie after the other.
I guess the divorce papers that we had signed previously came in handy. I can now get rid of your lousy father.
We're ecstatic to have you out of our lives.
Let me just tell you the truth before I go.
You mean more lies?
Your father is the one that's unemployed. I have a job that pays me well. He's the one that's been using me for my money. He uses my hard-earned money to buy himself whatever he wants. But I put up with it because he was my husband.
I can't believe that you're trying to blame all this on my father. You're evil. My father would never be so irresponsible. You don't want to take the blame for your failed marriage, so you're trying to make my father look like the bad guy.
You just don't seem to understand that your father has been lying to you this entire time. I feel sorry for you. It's not your fault that your father is the way that he is. I've actually been wanting to leave him for a long time, so you did me a favor by filing those divorce papers.
I see. I'm glad it worked out for the both of us then. I thought that you'd be begging my father to take you back. You're not as desperate as I thought.
Actually, I fell out of love with your father a long time ago, especially when I realized how irresponsible he was with his spending. I asked for a divorce many times in the past, but he was the one who didn't want to get divorced. It makes sense, seeing as he was living off of my money. I actually hired a divorce lawyer recently. Thank you for helping me get divorced. I've been waiting for this day for such a long time.
I had no idea that you had a divorce lawyer. I always thought that my father was the one that wanted to leave you. Aren't you the one that's living off of my father's money?
It looks like your father deceived you well. Now that I'm no longer married to your father, I have no obligation to financially support either of you. The mortgage was under my name, but I transferred it to your father's name, seeing that I won't be living with you two anymore. You and your father will be responsible for paying the remaining mortgage.
I had no idea that you were the one paying for it in the first place. This must be your sick idea of a joke.
You don't need to believe me. I don't care, and it doesn't concern me. Your father will be up to his eyes in bills. I wish you both the best of luck.
I'm sure that my father will have no issues in paying the bills now that you're out of his life. I mean, you're the one that spent all of his money in the first place.
Your father is unemployed and addicted to gambling. I'm fairly certain that he won't be able to pay his bills.
So, you're not making all this up?
Talk to your father if you don't believe me. I'll pack up my things and move out just like you wanted me to. Thanks again for filing those divorce papers. I'm not sure how long you'll be able to continue living in the house, The mortgage payments are not cheap.
You don't need to worry about us. I have my father to protect me.
Believe what you want, but your house will be taken from you if you can't pay the mortgage. Enjoy life with your father.
I don't understand why he ever married you. I'm glad to have you out of our lives.
I only stayed with your father because I was worried about you. If I really wanted to, I could have divorced him, but I thought that you and I were on good terms. I was worried about what would happen to you if I left your father.
So, you're saying that you stayed married to my father for me?
I didn't want your father to ruin your life. But then you turned on me and kicked me out, so I have no intention of helping you anymore. I considered paying your tuition at the very least, but I don't even want to do that after the way you treated me.
I had no idea that you were paying my tuition.
Well, now you know. I paid for all your school-related expenses. I even paid for your cram school. I was even ready to pay for your college education.
So, my father didn't pay any of it? What was he doing this entire time?
He was gambling all of my money away. He also liked to go drinking with his friends.
My father isn't like that at all.
If you say so. I'm going to go now. I wish that things hadn't ended up so badly between us, but it did, and I have to accept that and move on.
Well, this isn't the ending that I wanted either. We used to get along. My father tricked me. This isn't my fault. I don't know who to believe anymore. I don't think that my father is the monster that you describe him to be.
I can understand why you want to see the best in your parents. It was the same for me. But my parents were lousy, and I came to accept that eventually. That's why I was so keen on helping you. I never thought you'd treat me like this, though. You don't deserve my help. Goodbye, Mia. Let's go back to being strangers.
Please don't say that. Why don't we all sit down and talk about this? I'll come home this evening, so let's sort this out together.
It's too late for that, Mia.
Why not? I finally know the truth about my father.
Your father and I are divorced now. There's nothing left to talk about. I think you should start worrying about how you're going to pay for your college tuition now that you don't have me to rely on.
What are you saying?
If you still want to go to college, you're going to have to earn the money yourself or ask your father to help you out. Although, I wouldn't count on your father for the money.
So, you're saying that I won't be able to go to college unless I find a way to pay for it?
That's right. I was already working at your age, so I'm sure that it won't be difficult for you either. I paid for my own tuition. Good luck with everything. It might be tough at first because you've never had to work for anything in your life.
So you're just gonna leave me to deal with this all on my own then? I thought that you were nicer than this.
I can say the same about you. I've contributed to your family for over 5 years now. I've done my part. Now it's your turn. You should be thanking me if anything. You're the one that kicked me out. Deal with it. Good luck taking care of your lousy father. True to her word, Melanie packed up her things and moved out of the house, leaving Mia alone with her father. Mia never saw Melanie again. Mia asked her father for his help in paying her college tuition, but he laughed in her face. Her father was furious with Mia for filing the divorce papers without his permission. Mia had no choice but to get a job, and she gave up her dreams of going to college. Things got so bad for Mia that she ended up leaving her final year of high school. Mia regretted not believing Melanie and had wished she had treated Melanie better. Now, Mia's living in a shitty apartment with her good-for-nothing father. Mia goes to work every day wondering why she had made so many mistakes in her life. Melanie is enjoying being single again and is stress-free because she doesn't have to worry about her ex-husband taking money from her anymore.